Wow.
Yeah.
I think now it's at 14 million.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So
Yeah, ready to go.
self-taught by
Mm-hmm.
looking on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
trial and error,
Mm-hmm.
getting in photography and then video, saying, I think I'm gonna do this. What was the process for you to say, okay, I love what I do. I'm having a ball. This is what I want to do for sure, like for the long haul. What was that process transitioning off the job?
Oh man. So to give you the backstory with Chrysler too, man, it was crazy in Chrysler because I actually ended up doing work for Chrysler. So I was regular assembly line worker, working there. Ended up working there for 7 years.
Mm.
Um, and it's crazy because actually my first video was a Chrysler video. It was a situation where, so
Wait a
my
minute.
man,
Whoa. What?
yeah. So I'm about to tell you, it was crazy. This is how crazy it worked. You know what I'm saying? This is how God. I know this is what God gave for me to do,
Yeah.
because so my manager, my music manager, who was my manager, Rick. Shout out to Rick, Rick Lawrence, RL Entertainment. He was working at the plant. He the one who really got me in the plant working,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a big time networker, and and all that stuff. So I was doing design, and I was doing like I was just trying videos. Like I hadn't shot an official video, but I was just trying the videos. And
Mm-hmm.
he had this idea where he wanted to shoot a commercial for the car that we was working, that was building, which
Mm.
was like a Chrysler 200 or so. He ended up getting us in the office with the like plant manager and the people in marketing and stuff like that. It was crazy. Like we in this meeting with them, trying to pitch them an idea for a commercial.
Was he
You know,
a
that
supervisor or
how
something in
much?
the plant?
No, he wasn't. He was like me. He was just, we was just on the line.
Yo.
Yeah. So we end up in this big meeting with the marketing company and the plant managers and all these people, pitching them this idea to do a commercial that I was going to film.
Yeah.
That I haven't shot no videos yet, but I was going to film this video,
Wow.
this commercial. So they was like, all right, let us see what you got. They gave us they gave us a couple of days to come up with like a reference video or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy got me. So, but anyway,
Put you on
we
the spot.
put me on the spot. So we worked it
In
out together.
little
So,
wow.
we came up with a commercial. We put a commercial together. I I grabbed some stuff off the internet, off of YouTube and stuff, and
Yeah.
I filmed some things, and I put together a video, a commercial for them, and they just loved it. Now it wasn't the best video, but I don't know. They loved the video, and I ended up shooting a lot of videos for them, like a lot of videos, like in-house videos for morale and stuff like that. And then like I started doing it for other plants. So
Mm.
they had me in class, and then they started me doing it for other plants, and um, it was a lot, man. I ended up doing like the last thing I did before I left there. Like I did like this major campaign. Um,
Bro,
it
I
was
need to
like
pull that up right now. What these videos called? They on YouTube?
know what? Let me see if I can find. Yeah, I did a video. Shout out to this guy Big Gov. Let me see. Let me pull it up right quick. I got a
Okay.
second to pull
Do
it
your
up.
thing.
But yeah, man. Yeah. So that was my first video was in there.
Mm.
It was crazy.
So how does this guy have faith in you? Like, and you didn't even you had little experience. How did he just have faith in you? Hey man, this guy, hey y'all, he can do it. He can pull off a commercial for Chrysler. Was it all on the strength of his experience with you, just having trust in you,
Yeah,
or
yeah. This is my manager. So yeah, this is like my manager slash like best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like we hung out like all the time. He knew what we was doing. But we never limited ourselves. We always had big dreams and big goals. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So that's that's how that happened. That's exactly how that happened.
wow.
I'm trying to find this. Yeah, but
That's some major faith, man, to be like, hey, we don't got nothing we can show you right now, but just give us a few days, put something
and they
together.
listen to us, yeah, and then we deliver, and then it just I ended up doing a lot of videos for them. Like they literally like pulled me off the line, gave me like a big office, with a computer and everything. You know, even they computers. I was like, man, I can't. They was had some PCs. I'm like, man, I can't work on this. So they went out and got me a Mac. You know what I'm saying? They got me a
Wow.
Mac. Yeah, they was bringing me cameras and stuff. They had me working with the Google people that came in and did like it was crazy, man. They really showed me a lot of love, man. I ended up meeting the actual CEO of Chrysler. We had a big, oh my God, I performed too. We had a we had a big town hall in front of 5,000 people, man. It was on the news and everything. They had me at the auto show speaking on behalf of the plant. I was on magazines
Where
and
is
everything.
this footage, bro? I need to see this.
It's on YouTube, man. I gotta. I'm about to I'm about to text my manager right now while we're on the line. I didn't
Yeah.
even think before the interview. But
I ain't even tripping. I can edit it in later.
okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get
That's
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
So,
you start doing research,
mm,
looking up how this videography works.
mm,
Get you a camera, get you a Ronin.
mm.
So did you shoot the Chrysler stuff first and then the Hang On music video, or what was that timeline like?
Yeah, I actually did. I shot the hang on after. I shot the hang on. I believe it shot hang on after I shot the Chrysler video because I know Chrysler was like my first. That was my first video for sure. Because I'm like I ain't even shot a video yet,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to shoot this commercial. But I mean, honestly, I was thinking like more so along the lines of we just gonna create the concept of the video, and then I have the people come in with $1 million equipment and redo it,
Yeah.
but they ended up liking what we did. So it was cool. But to go back to what we originally were talking about, how I transitioned from 9 to 5 to full time videographer
Mm-hmm.
director. Um, so I worked there for 7 years. So at this point, I was shooting videos on the weekend and working on a line full time. Now, mind you, working on a line, bro, depends on what you're doing. But I was doing hard work, like.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally like taking doors off and on, picking the doors up, taking them off, putting them on all the time, like 700 cars a day, but 10 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. Sometimes they made us work on Sundays too, so that was like hard labor, and it was cool, and I got to listen to music and I used to listen to audio books and, and stuff like that. But after so long, I just got tired, bro. Like
Mm.
I just got tired. I'm just like, honestly, listening to like the other people, the older people that worked on my line, that's been there for 30 years, 40 years, pushing retirement, backs messed up, wrist messed up, carpal tunnel. I just had an epiphany, like, man, this can't be me. I can't retire from here. I can't look up 30 years from now, and still working at the plant.
Yeah.
Not to diss anybody that's working in the plant or nothing like that, but it's just like I had other things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do if I'm working in this plant every day. Even I was missing out on opportunities when my video career started picking up,
Yeah.
and they was asking me, "Yo, can you go to New York today? Or can you go to Atlanta? Can you get us in Florida?" And I'm like, I can't because I got to go to work or I'm on my last strike for attendance and I can't, what I'm saying, get off or, having videos missing due dates because I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, 4:30 in the morning to be at work at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Right.
So eventually, I remember God gave me a word and he was like, because things was good for me in the plant because I ended up making good relationships with the union and everybody. So I was able to get free when I needed to, but
Mm.
it still was like, I still was on lock. I still had to ask for permission to do things,
Mm.
you know? So God, he gave me a word one day, he said, you can either be the king of the jungle or you can be the king of the zoo, and
Mm.
referring to himself as a lion
Come
that,
on.
the lion at the zoo, his life is made, he he don't have to hunt for food because they're gonna give him food. They give him what he want. He's comfortable in there.
Mm,
You know, you're stuck in that one place.
bro, that's a message.
You know, but a
Hey,
lion in the wild, he can eat as much as he want.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? He can go where he want.
when you
You know?
preach
And
that
that's how
message, I want to be front row. When you preach your first sermon, do
yeah,
you
you
want
know,
to be
the king,
king
you
of
be
the
the
jungle or the king of the zoo?
yeah.
That's the
And that's
same exact thing that I tell people because I think we both transitioned off of our 9 to 5s around the same time. I think was it 2019? I think we both was making that move off. And I was telling the same exact story. I was saying, hey,
Mhm.
I don't want to be in this fishbowl no more.
Yeah,
It's a ocean out here and I gotta go get my cut.
yeah,
I'm about to
definitely.
get up out this fishbowl, bruh. And I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely, brother. It was just like, and for a while, you know, I was stubborn. I heard it for God telling me a while to come off my job, you know,
Yeah.
but I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm making $30 an hour. You know, consistent money. You know, good insurance and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? I got
listen.
so uncomfortable. God made me so uncomfortable where one day I just snapped for me. I pulled up to my job
Mm,
5:30 in the morning, and I just sat in the parking lot, and I was just like, I just can't do this no more. And I
mm.
turned back around and I went home, man.
No 2 week
I,
notice. He
man, no, I did not. I
said, "This
couldn't.
it."
I couldn't do it no more. You know, they finally called me like, you know, no, you know, I take that back. I take that back. Before that day, I actually did take 6 months off. I asked them, it was either 6 months or three. Yeah, it was 6 months. I took 6 months off leave. They let me take a 3 month leave. Then at the end of 3 months, I was like, "Can I get an extension? You know, let me get an
How did you
extension." So
do that? 3 months?
because I had favor, man, they didn't want to let me go because I
Mm,
was doing things in there. You know, I was a young dude, you know, young black dude, you know, working in the plant, and like I said, I was doing good things. They had me going to school, you know, for a better position,
mm.
and everything. But even then, I still was like, I'm still going to be working for somebody, kissing butt, trying to get to the top, and
Mm.
I just ain't want to do that, man. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. I didn't want to spend my life working on another person's dream,
Yeah.
you know. And that's what that was. I felt like I was working hard for someone else,
Yeah.
you know. And I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to have something that I can pass along down to my kids. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I feel like I did my time. I put in my time, the hard labor and the work. You know. So
Mm.
now it's time to do my own thing. You know. So I had to take that leap of faith and go. You know, like I said, God made it so uncomfortable for me to where I couldn't work one more day.
Mm.
I just started feeling like a slave. You know, I felt
Yeah.
like a slave working. It was hot some days. You know, in the summertime they had us in there.
Yeah.
You know, um, for me it just was uncomfortable. A lot of people was fine with it. A lot of people was happy with it, and I can understand how you can be comfortable in there. You know, you making good money, good insurance. You know, you get your weekends off, or you can, you know, you get your week vacation. You know, once a year you can go wherever you want. You know, but to
Mm-hmm.
me, it just wasn't enough for me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had to get up out of there. God had more for me.
Yeah.